Left a bottle in my tool bag.
Yeah. Dang.
Old habits are hard to break,
Yes, they are.
right?
Yep.
You're in the midst of sorrow, grief,
Yeah.
everything. I drank it away.
Millie makes songs, hey, I made this one. Jerry builds bikes and they go real fast. They're mental defectives. Welcome to the Mental Defectives podcast, a show where we interview interesting individuals with a focus on addiction and mental health. I'm your host, Millie Graham. That's Millie if you know me, Mr. Graham if you know me. Joined, as always, by the hash pipe of Harleys, the gearhead with the heart of gold.
Yes.
It's Mr. Jerry with a G.
Glad to be here, man.
And today...
Hold on. If you dig what we do, you should hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us out quite a bit.
Mental Defectives Podcast, wherever your social media, because that's where we is. Mental Defectives Podcast, because today we have a very special guest from a very faraway place. He's a sober family man, living the dream. He's ridden his Harley from coast to coast. He's a North Dakota nomad who always stays cool. Please welcome Deep Freeze Bob. Bob, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good.
Appreciate you making the journey here. How did you get to us today?
Via the motorcycle.
But you drove the bike from North Dakota to...
Back to my hometown, Alliance, Ohio.
Okay.
That's where I was born and raised. My oldest son just graduated yesterday from high school.
Oh, nice.
So I rode... What day is this? I don't even know.
Today is
Saturday. It's Wednesday at noon.
Yeah, right.
In August or September.
Wednesday at noon, I took off. I left North Dakota, went to Baldwin, Wisconsin, stayed the night, and then Thursday I continued my trip, made another 860-some miles to my hometown.
Hell yeah.
And then this morning I got up at 6, got showered, shave, and made my way down Route 30 to 71, and here I am.
There it is.
There it is.
Back in the C-Bus.
That's right.
Yes.
The 614.
The 614.
So you're from Alliance, Ohio, and then when was the first drink?
First drink would have been, if I remember correctly, 5, 6, 7 years old, right around there. Was at a wedding. They said they were Shirley Temples. Pretty sure there was not Shirley Temples there. I think they might have started that way, but then by the end of the night, I didn't feel right.
Interesting.
You get a little fuzzy, get that warm feeling, and then you just chase it. I just want to chase it. I want that feeling because I felt good for once.
Yep.
And then, that kind of faded. Growing up in a blue collar family, Dad would drink beer when he'd come home from work, whatever. You'd snag a little sip of Blatz,
Right.
Nobody likes beer when they taste it. Right?
Yeah.
When you first taste beer, you're like, God, this shit's gross.
Yes.
Until you get that effect. And then you chase that effect. And I think that's when the alcoholic in me, in my mind, said, this is what I need. So then I chased it. By 7th grade, I was a weekend drinker. By high school, then it was almost daily.
Sure.
Chasing mom and dad's cupboards and filling the vodka bottles back up with water.
Oh, yeah.
Then why does this taste like water? Oh, shit, I drank it all. How am I going to refill it?
Right.
You know what I mean? But once you get into high school, my sister's 2 years ahead of me in school. So she had the older friends. Well, they knew where to get
The hookup.
Yep. So there was my plug, right? Weekends it was party. It was game on. Friday night after football, game on. Saturday morning, go to film for football. Saturday night, hook it up. Wake up groggy-eyed because mom and dad make you go to church, right? You're like, oh God, this hurts. Why, but you got to put on a face that you're not
Dude.
hungover,
Yeah.
right?
You have no idea. That's the same exact thing that happened in my family. Yes.
How do you do this?
Dude.
Like you're 16, 17 years old and you're like,
almost puking in church, dude. Yeah.
Sitting in
the pew, the
sitting in a
hard
pew.
wooden pew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're
The
just
worst.
like, oh man. Oh. Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
So relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're falling asleep there for the 10-mile drive to church, right? You're like,
Oh, yeah.
nodding off. What's wrong with you? Nothing. I can't see straight.
Yep.
So you go to high school, you do the high school thing. My senior year is kind of a blur because it was, I never really got into smoking pot. I would smoke it here and there, but pot when I was growing up 30 years ago when I was in high school is not what it is today.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
I smell it now. You go to bike events and whatnot, and they're like, "What is that horrible, wretched smell?" I mean, I know what it is.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, how do you we'd walk around with joints in our pocket and just smoke away, and maybe by the end of the night you'd get shit faced,
Right.
Just bonged, right?
Yeah.
But it never clicked with me. I loved it because I didn't wake up terrible,
Fair.
But finished high school. And then I went to Ohio State in Worcester there, the ATI.
Oh, okay.
First time away from home, right? Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Partay.
So I consciously made my schedule so I had afternoon classes, so I didn't have to get up in the morning.
Absolutely.
Right? So my classes were from noon till 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Done with class by 6, start drinking, right?
Yep.
And through that, then the drinking just progressed because now you have access to older kids and you don't have to go beg and steal and rob and
Yep.
hey, I need some beer, man, Mm-hmm. No, you just hand them a 20 and now 20 doesn't even get you a 30 rack, but
Right.
Back then, a $20 probably get 3 cases or something.
Right.
yeah, well, I mean, we're talking 1996.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry for you kids that are young. I was born in the 1900s.
Yeah. Right.
But that's where the drinking really picked up was college. And then I was so smart, they told me to stay at home because my grades were so good, right?
Yeah. Sure.
my at the end of my first year there,
Yeah.
you're so smart. Why don't we just have you stay at home? I said, what do you mean just stay at home? I said, my grades are great. And they're like, pretty sure your blood alcohol level is higher than your GPA.
That's fair. That's a fair statement.
So I took summer and that first quarter off.
Yep.
So this would have been 1997-ish. Came back, did the whole ATI thing again. By that time, I had kids that were a year younger than me in high school, that had come there. So then I had a little more drive because they were there, and I had people I think I craved that home. I craved that sense of being. I was the loneliest person in a room full of people I knew.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I needed that comfort yet,
Yeah.
And then I did what I was supposed to. I went to school. I did all my stuff, but I was still drinking. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I made that conscious decision to put my head down and get the degree and be done, right? Mm-hmm. Got done. Never used my degree. Never. But how many people do?
Not many.
Right.
Not many.
I've got a 2-year degree and I don't do anything with it.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I went back home, worked. I got in the trades. I was an electrician for 15 years.
Sparky.
Nice.
Are
I
you?
was a Sparky.
Okay.
Sparky.
Yeah.
So that was my code name back AOL.
Oh,
days.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was Sparky
Oh, yeah.
0496.
There it is. Yeah.
You know?
Sparky.
You know.
So what's your drinking like at this point? Are you like a daily drinker, or is it like, what's the frequency looking like?
So now I'm 19, 20.
Okay.
I'm a daily drinker.
Gotcha.
Decided to marry young. I was 21 when I first got married.
Okay.
Because all your friends are doing it, right? Everybody's getting married.
For sure.
So there's a girl I hung out with in high school. We never dated. We were always real close. And, then, we were done with school. And we're like, you know what? Let's hook up. Blah, blah. Well, I think I wanted to marry you. Everybody else is doing it. Let's do it, right?
Yeah.
We thought it was great, you
Yeah.
know? No. My drinking got in the way of a lot of things.
As it does.
I'm working. I'm going to school to be an electrician. We're struggling to make ends meet like most 21-ish, 22-ish people do, right?
Yes.
And I was in the trade. So what do you do when you're in the trade? You get done at work at 3:30 and you go to the bar.
Go to the bar.
Right?
Absolutely.
So if we're not at school at night, I'm at the bar.
Yeah.
I was fortunate. I got off at 3:30. She didn't get off till 5:30.
Gives you a couple hours, dude.
I had 2.5 hour head start.
Absolutely.
Where you at? I'll be right home. So I would get home at 6 and I'd be 3/4 in the bag.
Sure.
What do you do when you get home? You just keep cracking.
Yeah,
right?
keep it going. Absolutely.
Because you feel good. And you got that stress and you're going through school to be an electrician and you're working and all the cool guys are drinking beer. And that was beer. That was all I was doing then.
Okay.
Fast forward, let's say, so that would have been 2000-ish, 2001-ish. Fast forward 3-4 years, we have a son in 2006. So 6 years I fast forward.
Yeah.
We struggled a little bit at having a child.
Yeah.
We hopped around place to place trying to find some place to make a home, quote unquote home,
Sure.
And we found a place and then we had a kid and I thought that would solve my drinking problem.
Right.
At this point, are you thinking that the drinking is a problem for you, or this is just like you're still the party's still happening?
No, I never thought that. So I would go. When I lived here, I was a hunter.
Okay.
I got some friends that have some property down at Salt Fork area. Well, we would go hunting, and they would tell me, "You have a problem," and I would say,
Sure.
What do you mean? They're like, "You drink too much," and I said, "No, you guys don't drink enough."
Right.
I said, "I'm not an alcoholic."
Yeah.
Because alcoholics are quitters, and I'm not a quitter.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's the young, naive thing.
Yeah.
But that's when the alcoholism had really started ramping up. So that they were telling me that before we were old enough to buy beer. So it's like, you look back on it and you're like, I should have maybe got help then. But there's you don't feel like it's a problem.
Right. And, if you're not ready for the help or you don't, think you do have a problem, rarely is recovery going to work.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. So at 18, I'm going to rewind because I forgot a part.
Okay.
Get out of high school, we go to St. Clairsville. It used to be Jamboree in the Hills. I don't know what it is now. Used to be a huge country concert.
Okay.
Thing, right?
Yeah.
So none of us are legal to drink,
Yeah.
but we have this huge cooler that we're toting around. We're drunker than skunks,
Yeah.
right? And I get picked up for underage.
The Mental Defectives podcast is brought to you by Milligram's new single, a grungy pop-punk emo anthem for the ages. Listen to Milligram's new single on all streaming platforms.
in a sea of thousands of people.
They single you out.
They single me.
That's one of those things where you're just like, this is fucking bullshit. You can arrest any one of these 10,000 people, and it's me.
And it's me.
Yeah.
Right. So I get caught for that. I have to drive back down to St. Clairsville to go to court. You know, go get your paper signed.
Yeah.
Tell me you went there.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I'm like, fuck you. I don't have a problem.
Right.
Right. So I go. So then I'm like, well, where do you go for? I said it, didn't I? Go to
That's
a
all
meeting.
So you're court ordered to meetings at 18.
18, 19.
Yeah.
Right around there, right?
Sure.
So I go, and that's before cell phones, that's before computers.
Yeah.
So how do you find a meeting? You go in the paper, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, well, where? Well, I'm going to go over here because I won't know anybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So I drove to Canton to go to a meeting.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think I'd know anybody. Well, you walk in and you're like, holy shit. Everybody must have the same idea.
Right.
Whatever. I did my time. You know, I think I had to do 15 meetings in a month or something.
Okay.
And then I sent the thing back, and I never heard anything more of it.
Yeah.
You know, so I always leave that part out because I don't think about that being a part of my story.
Yeah.
But it actually is.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Your first introduction to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you go in and, I mean, this is 1996, 1997. They're still smoking in the meetings. You go, it's a dark, dingy church basement. There's smoke everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, we're still smoking at McDonald's in 1996.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Man.
You know,
God.
you got the
I wish I was a
gold,
little older. That sounds like heaven.
the little gold ashtrays.
Yeah.
You know, Grandpa's sitting there.
You walk in the restaurant, they say, oh, you want to sit in the smoking
Smoking
section
or non-smoking? Yep. Smoking, please.
Oh,
Smoking. Lots of it.
Lots of it.
Okay, so 18, 19, you get sentenced to 15 meetings. That's the first introduction. That doesn't take. You have the son, and then now we're like early 20s.
Yeah. Yep. Well, no, it'd be mid to late 20s now.
Okay.
06, yeah. So I think I was, well, he'll be 19, so I was 30. 29 when my oldest was born.
Okay.
Okay. And having the son didn't magically cure
It
your
didn't
drinking?
cure anything.
Oh, damn.
Didn't cure it. You know?
Yeah.
We'd go on vacations. We'd go to Florida. That was our thing. We'd go to Florida for vacation.
Yeah.
And I'd buy a case of beer a night. You know, you go out to supper, you're slamming 4 or 5 tall boys, you know, talls, 24 ounces, and not thinking that you're driving your family around.
Right.
You know, and that's the hard thing, because I look back at how many times I put the ones that I loved at the time in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could go times and not drink, but there was more times than not that I couldn't
Not drink.
I could not drink.
Yeah.
Did you have like shakes or anything in the mornings? If
I
you
never
were going...
had the shakes.
Okay.
I never got the shakes. I never really got hangovers until later. You know, so that's why I didn't think it was a problem, because I thought you're an alcoholic, you're drinking out of a bag.
Yep.
You know, you got the excuse me. You got the shakes, you know, your cheeks are all red, your nose is weird, you know.
Right.
I never got that. So working, got the kid, wife's working, things seem promising, right? Like it's a new beginning. I get hurt at work, have shoulder surgery. Well, they give you pills.
Yes, they do.
Well, pills plus booze.
Oh, it's
now we're talking.
there. It is.
Now we're
Yes,
talking.
we are.
You know, they're like,
Yeah.
you know, you need to take these before you come to therapy. Well, why? Well, because we're going to hurt you. I said, you're not going to hurt me. right?
Yeah.
Tough guy,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So I go to therapy the first time. Oh, I didn't take the pill because I was like, no, you're not going to hurt me. Well, then I get home and I take the pill,
Yeah.
and then I take the drink.
Oh, this is nice.
This is cool. I like this.
Yeah, right.
You know, no responsibilities, just me.
Yeah.
You know, she's at work, kids at daycare. I don't have to pick kid up because I technically can't drive because I'm on a narcotic, right? That was my excuse to her.
Absolutely.
I can't pick him up.
Right.
You know, I would
I'm
technically...
under the influence.
I would get a DUI.
Right.
But I can have 5 beers at Chili's on vacation and then drive us back to the hotel.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I love like how our thought processes work in active addiction is just like total bullshit. Like,
so I would schedule the therapies for the morning because I would drop him off.
Yeah.
I would schedule the therapy for 8:30. Well, I would pop that half a pill at 8. So by 8:30, it would kick in for therapy.
Yep.
I was done with therapy. I would come home. I'd pop the other half.
The other half. And start drinking.
And chase it.
Yeah.
You know, what else do you do? I had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
You know, housework was done. I could do stuff one-handed. I was doing laundry. I was, you know, the house was kept. The bills were paid, whatever. But then I would just proceed to drink. And I was drinking a case of beer or more a day while I was recovering.
Sure.
All the while, oh, my shoulder hurts. I should probably pop another pill. Well, not knowing what that was doing, it was just amplifying everything.
Absolutely.
You know, by the time they got home, I was done. I was toast. Like, how did I manage this?
yeah.
Push came to shove, guess what? She said it's time to get out. So I'm able to go back to work, but there is no work at the time. So what do? You start calling people, right?
Yep.
I need work. I called my sister. She lives in North Dakota. Is there any farmer up there that needs help? Anybody, like anything, right? She's like, yeah, you know, it's sugar beet harvest coming up. I said, what the hell's sugar beet harvest? She's like, you make a lot of money in 2 weeks. Cool.
I can do that.
I can do that. You know, I can drive a truck. I can drive a tractor.
Right.
You know, I grew up farming. So I was just sitting there and I'm like, well, you don't like me, but I need to provide. I need to provide for my family, right?
Yeah.
That's in the back of my head, even through active alcoholism, through everything, right? I still, deep down in my heart, I need to provide for my family.
Yeah.
I don't care if you don't love me anymore. I still have an obligation to you and our son to provide. So off I go. Drive my 18 hours north
Yeah.
to places unknown, right?
Sure.
Never been there before.
Yeah.
I just knew how to get there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is before Google Maps. This is MapQuest
MapQuest.
days.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
This is
You
before
print off the
smartphone.
sheets? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, how do you get there? Oh,
Yeah.
go hit the turnpike and just keep going.
Right.
Just go west. Go west, young man.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm up there and I'm not saying it was a cakewalk. You know, I missed my family. I honest to God thought I could fix this marriage, right? But there was no fixing. It was already done. The damage had already been
Sure.
done. And I'm sending money home, right? Well, then we got a break because it started raining. Well, they can't harvest when it rains.
Okay.
So I came home for like Halloween. So
Yeah.
this would have been, what year are we in now? 2012?
Okay.
No, I've been there 50. So 09. 09 is now
Okay.
where we're at.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to do some quick math. My math, you know. So 09, I come home for Halloween, and I pull in the driveway, or I called her. I was at Akron,
Okay.
you know, just getting off the airport here, Akron, Canton.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I'm like a half hour away. She's like, good, but you can't stay here. I said, what do you mean? Well, you're not allowed to stay here. And I was like, well, can I see Ty?
Right.
Well, yeah, but you can't stay here. What do you mean? So I get there. All my shit's in the garage. Everything. You know, I'd been gone for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was in the garage. I just got chills. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It takes me back to a place I don't want to go, but it's part of the story, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did stay there that night. She let me sleep in the basement. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, well, I have to go back up because we're not done yet, you know, and I hand her a fistful of money and I'm like, here's what I got. You know, I have to keep a little bit,
Right.
you know, so I can get back up and still support you and everything. So I go back up, and I said, well, what do you want me to do with my stuff? Well, she's like, I don't care. I'll just leave it in the garage till you get back, right?
Yeah.
So I came back Thanksgiving of 2009, and that's when she gave me the papers for divorce.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
And I said, okay. So I call a buddy of mine. I'm like, hey, do you got a place that I can crash? He's like, yeah. He's like, kids are gone. His wife had just left him. He's like, the house is open.
Right.
So I pack everything up, and I go to his place. Thank God for him, right? You know? So I got no work. I'm on unemployment. I got a little bit of cash that I stashed back for myself because I couldn't give her everything because I had to live too.
Right.
You know, and I'm making phone calls to lawyers and I'm talking to friends. And what do? Cash everything out, go to cash only, you know.
Yeah. Right.
We're past the statute of limitations now. So it's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what I did.
Yeah.
I cashed everything out, made cash for everything. And I lived on unemployment from November till April 13th of 2010, right? And I got my son. He would come because he didn't have daycare. We were trying to save money because, you know, I don't have a job. Well, why can't he come just stay with me, right?
Yeah.
So I'd get him 3 days a week, whatever, and we'd hang out and have fun and, you know, do shit that most people don't get to do with their kids because they have jobs. Right. I mean, it's one benefit of me not having a job at that time was I was able to have a relationship with my child.
Sure.
April 13th rolls around. Back up. Time out.
Yeah.
So before I came home in Thanksgiving, one of my sister's friends took a liking to me. Right?
Okay.
Why don't you come up for New Year's?
Okay.
All right. I don't have any money. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll pay for you to come up.
Oh, even better.
Really?
All right.
Okay. I can do that. Is it cold in New Year's? Well, it depends. Right?
Oh, in North Dakota.
In North Dakota.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking negative 100 or whatever.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Well, I have a credit card. She's like, I have a credit card. I'll just pay for you to come up. Cool.
Bet.
So I did Christmas here.
Yep.
Right? Hop on a plane, go up there.
Yeah.
Well, when I left here, it was 35 degrees and sunny.
Yeah.
Well, when I got off the plane in Fargo, it was negative 30
Yeah.
and blowing snow.
Right.
Well, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I went to my sister's. My sister picked me up. So I stayed there. And then, you know, the roads were closed up there. So you couldn't go. I couldn't get to where I wanted to go.
Sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. Well, then the next day she came down and we spent New Year's together. You know how New Year's is. Just drink and drink and drink.
Yeah.
You know, and this whole time I'm up at my sister's, I'm drinking because I have no responsibilities. All I have to do is go to work, drive a truck, come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and then I come home, and then this girl, my wife now,
Okay. Yeah, I was feeling
Because
it
we're
too.
going into a lot of detail about this, my sister's friend.
Yeah, right.
You know, she was very kind. She was loving. I still to this day don't know what she sees in me. Honest to God, you know, I got lucky on this one. She was like, "Hey, my friend's getting married in Hawaii. Do you want to go?" I'm like, "I still don't have a job.
Right.
How am I going to afford this, right?" When is it? End of April. Well, my divorce is final on April 13th.
All right.
I can make it work.
Yeah.
Wasting no time.
Wasting no time.
Say, divorce on Monday,
Right.
I can be there Tuesday morning.
I can be there Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I did.
Okay.
You know? So I decided I'm going to move there. There's still no work here in Ohio at the time. I'll move in with my sister, live in her basement, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'll find odds
Sure.
and ends, still pay my child support, do the dad thing, because that's my responsibility.
Right.
I make no regrets about anything I've done because I've still supported my son through the past 19 years.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Did I miss out on a lot of things? Absolutely.
Sure.
But I paid what was due.
Yeah.
So I go up there, go to Hawaii, whatever. So that was my divorce present, is what I said.
The Hawaii wedding.
The Hawaii wedding.
Yeah.
You know.
Right on.
So then find a job, odds and ends, whatever. Find a real job then. But my drinking has picked up, has escalated even further from where I was, because now I'm depressed because I'm not married. I
Yeah.
miss my kid. You know, my sister's kids are there. And I mean, we talked and stuff, but I didn't know that, and I felt like an outsider. You know,
Sure.
where I live
Yeah.
now, the town is about 1,300 people,
Okay.
Okay.
right? People
Yeah.
know if you're an outsider.
Right.
My brother-in-law is one of the pastors in that town. So there's 5 bars and 4 churches.
Okay. Okay.
So upper Midwest, what are we talking? It's cold.
Yes.
What do you do in the winter?
Drank.
You drink or you ice fish
Oh,
or
wow.
snowmobile.
Yeah.
I don't ice fish
Yep.
because fuck that.
Right.
Snowmobile plus alcohol
Snowmobile.
is probably not a great idea.
Never been on a sled in my life.
Okay.
You know, I was never around them here, so I didn't get
Fair.
on them up there.
Yeah.
I know how to drink,
Yes.
and those people know how to drink like I drink.
Well, I'm sure they do.
So then I fit right in with everybody because
Yeah.
I know how to drink, and I know how to drink a lot and not get fucked up.
Right.
So we get a job. I'm living in my sister's basement. I move out of my sister's basement. I move to an apartment about the size of this room because that's all I could afford.
Sure.
You know, but I was out of my sister's house,
Yep.
working a night shift, 4 to 2:30. Well, you come home at 2:30 in the morning. Well, it's 3:30 by the time you get home.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Right.
It's dark in my apartment. I have one little window, you know, that
Yep.
shows light. What do? I just drink because I didn't have to be to work till 4. So I'd drink till 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning,
Oh yeah.
set the alarm for 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
go to work, do it
Yeah.
all over again. You know, stop at the liquor store on the way to work. So
Yeah.
that way it was there when I got off work.
Yep. Yep.
You know, well, now I've progressed from beer.
I was gonna say you made the switch.
I heard, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we've switched because beer's just not doing it.
Yep.
So I made the switch now. Now I'm doing Windsor or vodka. You know, I thought I was highfalutin. I was doing Svedka vodka. You know,
Okay.
that's better than Kharkov, right?
Right. Gas station vodka.
Yeah, you know. And I'm drinking a lot. This whole time in let's say the past 15 years, I've never had a DUI, right? Never been in trouble, except that time when I was 18, 19.
Right.
You know, I should have had multiple DUIs. Somehow I always got off. Never got pulled over. You know, I was just that guy that got lucky. I just drank. I just drank and drank and drank. We bought a house. I drank and drank and drank. She was getting ready to leave me too.
Yeah.
You know, I got my first DUI on our first wedding anniversary.
Oh no. Oh no.
She was at work.
Uh-huh.
And I went uptown because they had a party, you know, in February. What do? You drink, right?
Yeah.
So I go uptown, drinking. Literally 3 blocks from my house.
Always
How
happens,
far I was to go.
Yep.
I was 75 feet from my driveway.
Damn.
I was at the end of the block
Yeah.
and got a DUI. And I've never seen my wife that hot. Like, she was ready to leave. I didn't call her.
Yeah.
My call that night
Uh-huh.
was to her brother.
Oh. Yeah.
Because I thought, well, he'll just come bail me out.
Right.
It'll
Right.
be good.
Yeah.
No.
Oops.
Oh, he snitched on you?
Yeah.
He's looking out for his sister, dude.
Yeah.
When she came into the jail to
Like, just fucking keep me another week or
the
something.
sheriff was scared. The sheriff was scared. He was
Sure.
like, I don't think I should let you go home right now.
For your own safety.
For your own safety. I think you're
God.
going to die. You'd be better off staying here for another day.
Yeah.
But I got out, and then I made the promise. I won't
Oh,
do
yeah.
it again.
No,
I
yeah.
won't do it again.
Yeah.
I won't do it again. I won't
Yep.
drink. I won't drink. Well, so I didn't drink, you know. I went like a month. I don't need to drink. I don't need to drink. Guess what?
I'm
Got
gonna
it.
go ahead and guess that he drank again.
He probably did.
And I continued to drink, but I was moderating myself.
So you're
Okay.
miserable.
Yes. You know, so during the week, I would 1 or 2 beers a night. And then the weekend, it was okay to get a little, you know, a little crazy.
Right.
So we're good, right? Having a good time, a moderate drinker, right? Have a couple beers.
Right.
Get that
Just a little.
little bit tipsy.
Yeah.
But then able to shut it off. And I'm like, I got this licked. I
Right.
got this.
Sure.
You know? We have a son. Cool. I'm like, I can do this. You know? Moderating my drinking. Still at, you know, 2. Now it's creeping up again. Now I'm back on beer because I'm like, well, liquor was making me crazy, right?
Right.
2, 3 beers a night, right?
Yeah.
And I was fine. That was enough to get me back in that state of feeling okay. Even though I didn't feel good deep down,
Yeah.
you know, there was still something wrong. I didn't know what it was. There was still something wrong with me.
Sure.
You know, and my wife is, you need to go get help. Like, there's something, you're depressed, you know, and she's a nurse, so she knows all this stuff. You know, and she's like, I'm like, no, I don't, you know, and I always have that guard up, you know, and I'm like, no, I'm good. Okay. Well, and she would work, that's when she was working 312, so she would work nights or days. Well, I can remember, I'm sorry about this, Maggie. I can remember one night I got so drunk I put my child in the rocking chair in his room and went back to bed.
Oh, man.
And she called me because she saw it on the webcam. And I said, oh, I just went to the bathroom.
Right.
Turns out it wasn't.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's how quickly it ramped back up. And then I was like, I gotta quit. I gotta.
Scared the shit out of you.
It scared the shit out of me, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, so we have Oakley. He's that was 2015.
Okay.
Yep. So 2017, we decided to try again.
Okay.
And you're still maintaining like the
I'm
2
still
or 3 a
maintaining-
night,
yep.
and then it's always so crazy to me. Like I don't know if I could have done that with like a gun to my head, you know, back in the day of like.
And there were
been
times
tough.
that 2 or 3 wasn't good enough.
Sure.
You know, and when she was home, I would really let go. Like I would have 2 or 3 when she was awake,
Right.
but then I'd wake up at midnight, 1 o'clock in my chair, like, what the hell just happened?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
we did IVF for all of our kids.
Sure.
Right. So
Yep.
that's a very stressful
Yes.
thing. And I had to stay sober, semi-sober, because they want your swimmers to swim,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it does affect it. It
Yes.
really does.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't all me. It was partially her too. You know
Yeah.
why we couldn't. So 2017, we decided, well, let's have another kid, right?
The Mental Defectives podcast is proudly brought to you by the House of Hope. Since 1959, the House of Hope has provided substance use disorder treatment focused on long-term recovery.
Services include short and long-term residential treatment for men, certified recovery housing, and outpatient programs for men and women, using individual and group counseling, CBT, DBT, adventure therapy, financial literacy, and employment services. House of Hope helps individuals rebuild their lives.
Visit hofhope.org or call today to schedule a consultation.
Now let's get back to the episode.
2018, we implant 2 embryos. Guess what? We get twins.
Oh,
My alcoholism went through the roof.
Yeah, sure.
Through the
Wow.
fucking roof.
Wow,
Because what
dude.
do?
Yeah.
Fuck, now I got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Right? And that's when everything just skyrocketed for me. Even she says it to this day. She would say, as soon as we found out we were having twins, you blanked out. You drank yourself into oblivion every single night.
And
And I did.
yeah. And do you think that's because obviously you wanted to have another kid, but just the fear of having 2 crying babies? Is that the thing?
So it was the fear of having 2 babies at one time, and how are we going to support them?
Right. The financial
Because we were
side.
making
Yeah.
good money,
Right.
but how do I do this?
Sure.
How do I juggle 3 kids,
Uh-huh.
a wife, a house payment, a car payment, this, that? What does this look like?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm scared to death. I don't want to be my dad. I want to be better, but how do I do this?
Right.
Scared to death,
Yeah.
you know. Our boys, I had, so let's fast forward to May of 2018.
Okay.
I had hernia surgery and I had gallbladder surgery all at the same time, right? They're in there, might as well take everything out.
Yeah.
buy one get one free.
BOGO. That's what I told that's what I told the doctor. I was like, fuck, you're in there, fix my umbilical
well.
hernia.
Yeah,
You're going
right.
in that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this would have been May 8th, 2018.
Okay.
Cool. My wife, you know, I'm like, okay, I can do this. Go in, have surgery, come home. The 9th, I go up to the drugstore, get my pain meds, whatever, and at this time, I was starting to figure out something's not right. Like, I've got a problem.
Yeah.
You know, I'm waking up now, I got the shakes. You know, I was never that morning drinker,
Yeah.
but the hangovers were hitting harder.
Sure.
You know,
Uh-huh.
you wake up, you got the cotton mouth. You're like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
chugging water.
Yep,
You know, and I'm like, I go to the drugstore and he's like, you can't drink with these pills. They make you sick. And I was like, game on.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Yeah.
prescribed some Oxy. I hate Oxy. I never liked Oxy because it backed me up.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't judge anyone that's on Oxy because it's still an addiction.
Yeah.
But how the fuck do you do it? Like, how do you shit when you're on Oxy
You
all
have
the time?
to wait until you're like almost withdrawing, and then you can do it. And then
you wait to that point. You
Yeah.
get yourself a big cup of coffee, wine, a wood tip wine, black and mild, and then you're good. Then you're good to go.
So it's like now, in recovery, you put a chew in, have a cup of coffee, and you take a shit.
oh yeah, I smoke a cigarette, drink coffee, and I'm ready to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So morning, May 9,
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah.
Take the kid to school because I'm like, I can do this, right? I can do this.
Yeah.
I have to be an adult now. Come home. I'm not drinking now because I am on Oxys and perks and
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
I feel good. It's a nice, beautiful day. Wife comes home. I'm cooking supper. Time to give the kid a bath, right?
Yeah.
He's 3 years old.
Okay.
Give him a bath, and my wife's like, I don't feel good. I'm going to go lay down. Okay, whatever. I'm giving Oakley a bath, and we're splashing around, and I'm semi-sober for that week leading up to surgery and, this day.
Uh-huh.
And I said, man, I don't feel good. I hurt. I'm going to go take a pill.
Uh-huh.
Just because she was like, if you hurt, go take one. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Right.
Just don't drink. And I said, I can do that. Because I didn't like that feeling when you mix the booze and the alcohol anymore. I just didn't. It put me in a different dimension.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like when you drop acid for the first time and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Why are the walls talking to me? Why is the cow talking to me?
Right.
And I said, okay. So I said, watch him. I'm going to run down, take a pill, and I'll come back up.
Uh-huh.
And then I get him out of the bath. She goes and lays back down. And we're jacking around, 3-year-old, so you're jacking around, getting him all cleaned up, ready for bed. This is 6:30-ish, 7 o'clock at night, right? And she said, I'm going to say this, Maggie, and I'm sorry, but I have to say it because it's part of the fucking story. She's like, I think I have to poop. And I said, well, go fucking poop. Right? Uh-huh. So we're in the other room. And, a 3-year-old, farts are funny.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Farts are funny at 48.
Right.
Farts are still funny. Right? And I hear this kawoosh. I was like, wow, that was a hell of a shit. And she was like, wrong fucking hole, Bob. I said,
What?
She's like, no, that was my water. My water just broke. Oh. Meanwhile, this guy just took a fucking Oxy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm freaking the fuck out.
I bet.
My wife is 26 weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
And her water just broke with twins.
Yeah.
I'm freaking the fuck. Now I'm getting the chills. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This
wow,
is,
that's
this is,
intense.
This is the intense part of my story.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I run down the stairs and I'm running. And I fucking go across the street. And I'm rapping on the door. Nobody's answering.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, somebody's going to watch the kid.
Yeah.
Nobody's across the street. So I run to the next door neighbor. And I'm knocking on the fuck. I'm doing like the police. Like,
Yeah.
fucking in. Open up.
Yeah.
And our neighbor comes out. And I was like, Marla, I said, you got to watch Oakley. She's in her bathrobe, hair in a fucking towel.
Yeah.
Right? And she's like, what? I was like, you got to watch Oakley. Maggie's water just broke. We got to go. She's like, so by that time, Maggie's back downstairs in the kitchen. The dog's going fucking ballistic, right?
Sure.
3-year-old Oakley's like, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Right. Right.
I'm like, see you later.
Yeah. Gotta
Like,
go.
nobody's answering their phone.
Yeah.
She's calling her dad. She's calling her mom. Nobody's answering. We're like, what the fuck's... Like, where is everybody? Like, this is an emergency.
Yeah.
We leave. The door is wide open to the kitchen, into the breezeway, into the garage.
Yeah.
The last thing I remember seeing is my 3-year-old standing at the door with the dog standing there like...
Like, yeah.
Jump on interstate. So at this time we have a minivan because what do you...
Yeah.
You got 3 kids. You got to have a minivan, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know minivans could go that fast.
Yeah.
So speed limit is 75
Okay.
in North Dakota.
Okay.
I was doing 95.
Hell yeah.
We gotta
Yeah.
go, right?
Yep.
I get 10 miles from Grand Forks. There's
Yeah.
always a cop that sits there. Always. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I saw him.
Yeah.
And I just
You
kept
just
going.
kept going. Yeah.
And I'm fucking higher than a kite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pupils are...
Right, right.
And my wife's over there, and she's like...
Yeah. Freaking out.
He pulls me over. And I've been pulled... Everybody's been pulled over, right? You get nervous. You're
Yeah,
like...
the whole thing.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And it feels to me, and Maggie will tell you the same thing, it felt like it took him forever to get out of the fucking car.
Oh, sure.
always
You
does.
sit there and then it feels like they wait for like
Yeah.
3
He's like
minutes. Yeah.
typing on the...
Yeah.
You know, and then he gets out and he saunters out. He's like, "What's the hurry, sir?" And I said, "Well, my wife is 26 weeks pregnant and her water broke.
Yeah.
And she's sitting on 2 bath towels right now, so
Yeah.
it doesn't seep into the leather seats.
Yeah.
I think I need to get to the hospital."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Goodbye now."
Yeah.
So he gets in front of us.
Hell yeah.
There you
Got
go.
a police escort now.
Police escort.
Let's go.
And we're 12 miles from the hospital.
Yeah.
Pull into the fucking ER. Like, I pulled in, I was so fucking jacked
Yeah.
from the oxy.
Oh, sure.
And the adrenaline,
and-
right?
Oh, yeah.
Pulled in where the ambulance pull in.
Hell yeah.
I was like, I need fucking help.
Let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
This is where my wife works, so she knows everybody. She's
Sure.
texting people, "I'm on my way in, blah, 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 blah." They're standing down there waiting for her,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh.
We go up. Leo comes out. Like, the intern comes in, and he's like, "You're not having a baby," whatever. And he looks, and he's like, "Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Right. Right.
You're having a baby."
2 babies.
Yeah.
2.
Right.
So we do that, right?
Yeah.
Leo comes out. He's all beat up. You know, we did C-section for the second one. So now we're in NICU
Yeah.
because they're 26 weeks, right? They're like this
Yeah.
big.
Tiny.
Oh, yeah.
2 pounds,
Yeah.
10 ounces.
2 pounds.
2 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. Little.
Wow.
Little fuckers.
Yeah.
Right? So we do the NICU thing, right? We're in there May through July. Well, the whole time, she's working, I'm working. I'm coming home. I'm fucking drinking now because now my kids are,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
hard, hitting it hard.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, she would go after work. She'd go up, see him. She'd come home. Then I would go up. Well, I was already drinking at home, so I'm driving drunk to Grand Forks to see
Yeah.
my kids. You know, I'm drinking vodka. Nobody can smell it,
Of course not.
right?
Right.
Nobody can smell it.
Right.
You go in, "Hey, do you smell anything?" "No." "Okay, cool." And you're using hand sanitizer,
Yep.
so it blends
That's
in.
Yep.
You know, everybody comes home. I'm still drinking. Right now we're July of 2018, and I'm just like, I don't know how my wife did it. She took care of all 3 kids plus me
Yeah.
Yeah.
because now I'm so deep in the alcoholism I can't see straight.
How much do you think you're drinking a day at this time?
175 of vodka a day.
Would for our viewers like 175?
Like a handle,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. There
Yeah.
we go.
like a handle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a handle a day. That's a lot of booze.
Oh yeah.
And still functioning, still
Yeah, it's a
waking
lot.
up every morning,
Right.
going to work, coming home.
That's brutal.
Yeah. You know, by noon, I'm like, fuck, when do I get out of here?
Right.
I got 3 more hours.
Yeah.
You know, where do I get my booze? How do I get it? What do I do? You know, fast forward Labor Day weekend, right? My oldest had come up for the summer, and we always sent him home about the weekend before Labor Day.
Okay.
I would always get depressed. I would always tie one on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tied one on, and I was so drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning, I fell down in our living room.
Oh. Yeah.
My wife thought I was having a stroke.
Sure.
They carried me to the hospital in town.
Yeah.
I had convinced so they did. I don't remember that day.
Sure.
I don't remember from the time I passed out at 7 a.m. to the time I woke up in Fargo at the hospital. My wife, to this day, the doctor I talked to in Fargo, I was such a manipulator that I had told him I hadn't drank a drop in that day. He believed me, even though my blood alcohol was a 0.42.
Ooh.
Damn.
Sauced.
I should be fucking dead.
You should be dead. Yeah.
I had him convinced that I had not drank that day.
Good God.
He kept running it to make sure.
Yeah.
She's like, no, he's fucking drunk. The next morning she came down, because by this time now you're in the detox hospital. Right?
Yeah,
We've got,
right.
There's
Yeah.
like 3 different hospitals, right?
Right.
You got the drunk, you got the, psych ward, and then you've got the regular hospital. And she comes in, and the social worker comes in with her. Yeah.
Great.
She's like, you got 2 choices. You either pack your shit and get the fuck out of my house. And this lady presses charges because you're endangering children.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, for sure.
Rightfully so. Or you go to rehab. Well, I guess I'm going to go to rehab.
Right.
So I'm going to rewind just a little bit. When the kids were in NICU, her friends had an intervention.
Sure.
Bob, you're drinking too much.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if you guys have ever had somebody intervene, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you guys. Fuck all of you. I'm sitting there, I'm trying to make every excuse,
Right.
Yeah.
Like, well, your husbands drink.
Yeah.
Your husbands do this. I don't drink that much, blah, 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 Like, I don't have a fucking problem.
Right.
You guys have a problem
Yeah.
with me drinking,
Right.
right? We'll go back to September.
Yeah.
So September 1, I'm in rehab, right? Inpatient.
The Minnesota Defectives podcast is brought to you by Ride Sober, an online community for sober bikers.
At RideXSober on social media and RideXSober.com.
Check them out today for apparel like t-shirts, hoodies, hats, riding gloves, and garage banners.
Ride Sober, boldly sober.
Boldly sober.
Okay.
High intensity inpatient.
Yeah.
Not just the regular inpatient. You have a problem. Like, fuck. And the counselor comes up and he's like, oh, your roommate's going to be so-and-so. Okay. I said, he's not a serial killer, is he? He's like, well, I don't think so. He's like, why? And I said, because it'd be really weird to have 2 of us in the same room.
Right.
I'm the macho guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he laughs, and I said, no, I'm serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm still like, so I'm a day and a half sober now, and I'm like, I'm not like these people. Like, these
Right.
people are strung out. They don't have jobs. They don't have, all the things that we put on to what an alcoholic or an addict is. I go in and I went in with a closed mind because I was like, I don't have a fucking problem. I'm doing this to save my marriage, right?
Yeah.
3 days in, I'm like, maybe I do have a problem.
Sure.
You start listening. You start, instead of judging the book by its cover, you start listening to what these people are saying. And you're like, fuck, maybe I do. So I start buckling down. They give you the big book.
Yep.
Well, you can't, it was lights out at 10. And I said, well, how am I supposed to read this book that you gave me if the lights are out? No. Just, you can't be up and around. And
Yeah.
so I'm reading. I'm like, fuck this. It's like,
dude.
Bam!
Right?
Yeah.
Holy
Yes.
shit.
I totally understand that. Yes.
You're like,
Oh,
wow,
shit.
this is hardcore. Like, this
Fuck
is
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like, I knew about the program and where it began. And I was like, I was so close to where I grew up, so close to
Yeah,
where
down
it
the
began.
street.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 40 minutes south of Akron. I'm like, this all makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, when you're reading this thing that was written back in the 30s and 40s, and you're like, how does this make sense?
How does this describe me
Perfectly,
perfectly almost 100 years later to the T?
To the T.
Like, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So I start engaging, and I'm like, I owe it. I owe it to myself to get sober first. Because you can't do it for someone else. You have to do it for yourself. You know? And these people, oh, I'm getting sober for my family. It's not, you're not going to stay sober. I'm sorry.
Right.
You're not, because you have to do it for yourself first. So I'm engaging, I'm making contacts, I'm going to meetings. September 14th, a day that September 12th, I'm sorry. September 12th is a morning I will never forget.
Okay.
I was getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was going downstairs, getting coffee, reading the big book, watching the news.
Yep.
I hear the phone ringing in the reception area. I hear my wife screaming.
Oh. Okay.
To this late,
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, what's going on? My son had passed away.
Oh my God.
As I'm in recovery.
In early recovery.
You're in rehab. You're in detox.
I'm in detox.
Yeah.
I'm 11 days in.
Oh my God.
God damn.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Like, I'm shaking. What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? You know? Her brother comes down, picks me up, whatever. Well, it takes a half hour to get from Hills Road to Fargo. That's the longest half hour of my entire life.
I bet.
I was crying. I have enough sobriety and enough wherewithal to figure out that somehow I fucked up. Here's what I was thinking. Like, what did I do?
Right.
Why, God, why? Right? The whole way home, I'm freaking out. My fucking pager's going, you know, because you can't have your phone
Right.
when you're in.
Yeah.
My fucking pager's going off. They're sending the fire department and the sheriffs to our house because they thought there was something wrong with the house.
Right.
We get halfway home, we see life light. And I'm like, what the fuck is that, Jake?
Yeah.
He's like, that's Henrik going to the hospital. What do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So I get home, I'm holding my now deceased 4-month-old in my arms, crying.
Yeah.
Because what? Why? Why me? You know, and my wife is there, and she's like, she's like, you have to go to the house and figure out, like, there's people everywhere in our house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
There's nothing left to do with a dead child.
Right.
So we waited till the mortician came, and because I said, I'm not leaving this child again.
For
right?
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Mortician comes, and I said, Marty, I said,
Yeah.
I'm not leaving until you take him.
Yeah.
He took him. Then my wife and I went to Fargo to see our other son
Yeah.
that was still alive. Meantime, like, I don't know what happened between the time I got the phone call and I got home.
Yeah.
There was people everywhere.
Yeah.
The community had surrounded us, and we went to Fargo, and she was, you know, like the 13th then, so that would have been Friday. She was like, you need to go home. She's like, you need to go spend time with Oakley.
Yeah.
And, like, chill out and, like, figure shit out.
Yeah.
So I come home, and we're playing, and we're bike riding, and then I remember I left a bottle.
Oh, no. Shit.
right?
Yeah.
I was really good
Yeah.
at hiding.
Yeah.
I left a bottle in my tool bag.
Yeah. Dang.
Old habits are hard to break,
Yes, they are.
right?
Yep.
You're in the midst of sorrow, grief,
Yeah.
everything. I drank it away. I drank and drank
Sure.
and drank. We
Yeah.
fell asleep in our bed. My wife couldn't get a hold of me. So
Yeah.
she called her brother. Brother came over. You know, it's small town USA. We don't lock
Right.
doors, right? He comes upstairs. I didn't hear it. And I wake up the 14th to a note on the table and a text message. The note was from her brother, said, "We found your bottle."
Yeah.
The text message was from my wife and said, "Clean your fucking shit up. Go to your meeting this morning, and we'll talk when you get to the hospital." And I thought it was over. Honest
Yeah.
to God, I thought
Yeah.
I
I
thought that
bet
was
you
it.
did. Yeah, for sure.
You know,
Hey, Mental Defectives.
Would you like to advertise on our podcast?
If so, email us at mentaldefectivespodcast@gmail.com.
So we can help you make a lot of money.
A whole lot of money.
the next. So my sobriety date is September 14th, 2018.
Okay. Yeah.
So my last drink was the 13th.
Yeah. Right.
I went to what now is my home group.
yeah.
Riddled with shame, guilt, remorse, grief stricken. Like I was a mess.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I
No
walked
doubt.
in and I knew some of the guys. They, you know, I had been around a couple
Yeah.
weeks, so they I walked in and the one guy, was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just let it go.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yep.
You know, and by the grace of God and the program, I haven't felt it necessary to take another drink.
How about it?
I didn't have that aha bright white, you know,
Right.
crash. You're not
Yeah.
gonna drink again. I don't know. But that's where, you know, that's my story, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, going forward with that, we were looking at houses before I got all fucked
Yeah.
up and went in recovery, and
Yep.
we decided, well, let's move, let's buy a new house,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. And my wife couldn't live at our old house because all she could see was
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
was Leo.
Yep.
Right. And we said, we don't know how we're gonna make it, but we're gonna make it.
Right.
Right. So we move in the midst of a funeral, me freshly in recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We're getting to a real busy time at work for me.
Yeah.
We're talking 7/12s for a month.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like
And how's the other twin at this point?
Henrik is good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He's
Okay.
doing good. Like they still don't really know what happened.
Right.
Like a
You
form
know,
of SIDS or
It was
like
something like SIDS, but he was just
Yeah.
at the doctor the day before,
Yeah.
and they said everything's fine, you know.
God.
So we're just, you know, we're reeling, and you know, we move and we do the funeral, and
Yeah.
I'm fresh in recovery, and then you know we get to October, it's a busy time, and Maggie's like, "Do you feel okay?" And I said, "No, I'm still not okay."
Yeah.
So I did IOP. So I'm working 12-hour days. So I work 7 to 7.
Yeah.
I'd get off at 7 a.m. I'd go home, I'd sleep till 3. IOP started at 5.
Ooh.
Go down there
Yeah.
for an hour and a half, drive home, go to work.
Yeah.
What do you do though, man? I needed help.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
needed help.
Yeah.
I'm white knuckling because I'm grieving.
Yeah.
I'm out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Like I white knuckled my entire first year.
Sure.
Yeah.
I I go get a sponsor. I'm like, oh, this guy has what I want. He might get it. It's not what I needed. You know, I made about 3 months with him.
Yeah.
Not what I needed. He's a great dude. Love him to death. Love him to death.
Yeah.
But not what I needed. I needed somebody to push me.
Yep.
Made the change. Got a really good guy. Push me, you know. Got through all the steps. I still not done with step 9. I still have.
Are we ever really done with
I don't think we're ever really done. No. So the grief has gone. The grief is never gone, right?
Sure.
But the program is working. Like, things are getting better. Maggie and I are getting along. We're having a good time. Things are looking up.
Yeah.
My sponsor gets sick. My sponsor dies.
Yeah.
A year ago now.
Wow.
You know, I'm 5 years now. I'll be 7 years in September. So it would have been 5 years. I had him for 4 years and we lost him.
Yeah.
That really took a big toll on me.
I'm sure it did.
You don't think you get close with someone until they're not there, and you go to call them and they're not there. So I went 6 months without a sponsor.
Yep.
Trying to find the right guy.
Yeah.
Tried one. Just didn't work. Like, wasn't the same.
Yeah.
No one will be able to ever replace that guy.
Right.
And it's not fair to me to judge someone else. But I have a high standard now.
Yeah.
Tried another guy. Didn't work. I'm on another sponsor now. We're doing okay. I don't know that it's what I need. He just doesn't. He doesn't get it. He doesn't have kids. Never had kids.
Sure.
So it's hard for me.
Yeah.
You know, because if you have kids, you get it. Like, I can call you and be like, my kids are being assholes.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Right.
You know, I'm gonna let it play out.
Yeah.
We're gonna give him some time, but when it comes down to it, I like what I get, so I keep coming back.
Yeah.
You know, and if it wasn't for this community, I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, when I got sober, that's when the motorcycles came in.
Yeah.
You know, we'll transition back to the motorcycles.
Talk about some motorcycles.
Let's talk about some cool shit now, right? You know,
so how long were you sober before you took that dive?
I got sober in 18 in July or in September, so it would have been January of 19.
Okay.
I bought a basket case.
Yeah.
Like a literal basket. It
Yeah.
had an engine.
So what is a basket case for those that don't know?
It's a Green Day song off their first album, second album, Dookie.
Circa 1997.
Bam.
Right.
I like it.
So a basket case, Jerry with a G. Mine had a frame, a motor, a transmission, and 2 wheels. And everything else I got was in milk crates.
Love it.
Always liked bikes, never rode bikes.
Uh-huh.
My wife says, you need something to do. I said, well, let me buy a Harley. Let me fix it up.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Love it.
So I went out to my shop, you know, because everybody in my house goes to bed at like 8 o'clock. I can't fall asleep.
Okay.
So I'm out in the shop. We're still in a phase of she doesn't really trust me yet either.
Yep.
Because I'm newly sober.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
She thinks I'm out there drinking.
Yep.
Rightfully so.
Sure.
God,
Yeah.
but no doubt about it, right? I have no qualms that, you know, we can admit that I have said I'm sorry, I'll never drink again too many times.
Yes.
And every Once a week, I would take her out. I would show her all the toolbox. I would open all the
We go through
toolboxes.
all, yeah, well,
Open the grill up.
right,
Yeah.
dude, yeah,
I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
Open the garage fridge. Usually you
Yeah.
open a garage fridge. Ah.
yeah, right,
Yeah, mine said with A&W root beer and Diet Coke.
yeah,
So I'm out there on the iPad. I found some old guy in California. How do I tear this motor down? Right.
yeah,
So that's what I did. Then the Rona hit.
yeah,
Well, you can't do anything, so might as well work on the bike. Can't work.
bike.
Getting paid.
yeah,
You
sweet,
know. Game on.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's how I got into bikes. Got in with a great group of guys north of me, 3 other guys, and they said, "Hey, we're going to Louisville. Do you want to ride your bike down with us?" And I said, "I don't think this thing's like roadworthy.
yeah. I don't know if it'll
like
make it
for 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
but I'll trailer
Yeah,
and then I'll ride down there with you."
yeah,
So I hook up with a bunch of other misfits.
okay,
That's what I'll call this other group of people.
Okay.
There's about 100 guys that met up down in Louisville. And we're like the land of misfit toys.
yeah,
Nobody belonged anywhere, but we all fit together here at this group, right? And that's where my love came from.
Yeah.
Well, I was tired of breaking down because when you have an old bike, you break down.
yeah,
So I upgraded to a newer one, and it still broke down. When I got real tired of it.
Yeah.
And then this winter, I told my wife, I said, I'm done breaking down. I have to upgrade to something newer.
yeah,
Fine, whatever.
yeah.
Is what she says. Fine, whatever.
Fine, whatever.
You do you.
Sounds like my wife.
You do you, Bob. You do you.
Yeah, right.
So I went and bought a newer bike. I upgraded by 20 years. I skipped 2 generations
of that bike.
of that bike.
Yeah, yeah. Which is what?
I now ride a 2018 Road Glide.
Yeah, we see you pulling up today.
Yeah. So I go from cable throttle and an 80-inch Evo to a Milwaukee 8107 where you hit the throttle and you go.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah. Right.
I rode, so Wednesday, Thursday, it was 1,182 miles from my house to Alliance, Ohio. This morning I rode 115 miles.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then I've got another 600 later today and then another 400 tomorrow. But motorcycles tie in for me. They tie a great part of sobriety for me. I have found so much joy, so many great people in this community. They don't care if you drink. They don't. They don't give 2 fucks.
No, they don't.
I've done the Sturgis thing. People don't care if you're not drinking.
Right.
They just want to see your bike.
They want to see the bike.
You want to see other bikes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Right
Friend
at
of the
Sober.
show.
Yeah.
That's how I got hooked up with you guys.
Right.
She was on a podcast that my friend was on. I followed her. I saw her on your podcast. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, I'm coming to Ohio. I should hook them up.
Absolutely.
But I've met so many great people. You're on Instagram, you're on this, you're on that. I don't know how the algorithm works. I don't understand. I don't have the bandwidth for algorithms, right?
Right.
I've got barely enough bandwidth to make it through the day sometimes. Right?
Right.
How am I
right.
going to do this? How do I do life on life's terms? But the algorithm is such that somehow the sober bikers pop in to where I need to be.
Yeah.
I've met lots of great people. At first you're just Instagram, you BS back and forth. Then you
Right.
meet them in person.
Yeah.
You're like, this dude's legit.
Yeah.
I went to Born Free, Texas last year
So cool.
in October.
Yeah.
Fucking great time. You get a chance, go to it. It's amazing.
One of these days I
down
will.
there. It is amazing. But I met up with 3-4 guys that I had never, it's an online thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, are they really going to be cool when you meet up with them?
Right.
And they were. They were legit guys. I still have relationship with them. I was texting the one guy the other day because he was looking for a part. I've got old Evo parts, He's like, hey, do you have this? And I was like, yeah, I have it. What do you want for it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's it worth?
Right.
Like, I know what it's worth brand new, but it's used. Like, what do you want for it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the motorcycle community to me has been refreshing. It's an escape for me. Some guys are into listening to loud music and yada yada on their bikes, and I wear a helmet. I have comms. The first day I left, my 400-mile day, I didn't listen to anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm the same
Silence.
way.
I had to get. To me, it's my release. I have to get out of my own way to enjoy what I'm doing. That's the bad thing about living where I live. You have to drive 500 miles before you can get someplace new, someplace cool.
Yeah, fair.
It's not straight, flat roads.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
That Wednesday got me out of my headspace. It released everything I was thinking,
Yeah.
It was calming to me. The next day, Thursday, the first hour I didn't listen to anything, but I was just that was kind of like my meditation, my morning meditation. It was an hour of morning meditation.
Yeah.
The gratefulness, the sun was shining. It wasn't fucking raining. The sun was shining. I was having a good day.
Yeah.
So I don't listen to music. I listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Especially the Mental Defectives podcast.
Cue the commercial for the Mental Defectives podcast. Well, you're on the bike for 12 hours. How many episodes can you do in 12 hours? You do a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
So I caught up.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I didn't listen to you guys solely for 12 hours because you can only listen to
that.
You can only listen to one guy for so long.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like you need to switch it up. So I interjected you guys in and out, in and out, in and out. But it makes the day go. And listening to someone else's story, even if they're addicted to a drug, it might not make sense to you, but somewhere in that story, you get something from it.
Oh, sure.
You guys had a guy on. He was, I can't remember who it was. But he was a drug. He was addicted to drugs of some sort, prescriptions or something. I couldn't relate with him on the drug addiction side.
Yeah.
But on his recovery side, there were little snippets throughout every single podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you pick up and you're like, shit, I get it. I'm no different than this guy. I don't judge you because you're addicted to opiates.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right.
We all have that ism in the back of our head, and it's sitting there.
Absolutely.
And all it takes is one slip.
Yep.
Because they say that the slip starts in your head.
Absolutely.
You relapse in your head before you actually physically do it.
100%.
So you have to watch what you're thinking. You have to watch your thinking.
Yeah.
And I found myself there. You get out of your routine. You get out of reading the book or your morning readings or your prayers or whatnot. And you just slip.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm grateful enough. I have a wife that points that shit out to me.
Yeah.
And she's like, you need to do something. So that's what I do. I just keep coming back. I love what I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So feelings very much mutual.
Oh yeah. Bob, what advice would you have for somebody in early recovery?
Don't give up hope.
Yeah.
There's hope. We might be fucked up in the head, depression, anxiety, but you can get through it. And this was my hardest thing. I was always the tough guy. I didn't need help. Nobody else can help me.
Right.
I can only help myself. You have to help yourself. You have to get that guard down, even just a little bit, just to let somebody in. Because if I can go through everything I've been through and stay sober, I'm not saying this is the worst thing that's ever happened to somebody, but you can do it. You can. You just have to make that conscious decision to stay hopeful and reach out for help.
That's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
What advice would you have for maybe a new rider or somebody looking to get into motorcycling?
Take your class. Take your MSF
Love
course.
I took mine like 4 years into riding. I should have taken it the first year.
I didn't take mine right away.
Yeah.
Ask for help. It's just like recovery. Ask for help. If you don't know, ask. So since getting sober, I can admit that I don't fucking know everything.
Oh, dude.
Imagine that. Yeah, same.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You learn a lot, huh?
It humbles you.
Fuck. Yeah.
When I was building that basket case, I'm like, I don't know what to do. What do I do? You reach out and you find. And I don't know what these old heads did back in the day, how they found help.
Man.
Before the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just reach out.
Yeah.
If I don't know something, I'll contact somebody. If they don't know something, they'll contact somebody else, and we'll get it. Eventually, I'll get the answer.
It's a very cool part about the community. Guys into motorcycles are very willing to help and share knowledge, which is great.
Yep.
So
motorcycles are cool.
Motorcycles are cool, man. I like them. You need to get one, Matt.
I think you should get a sponsor.
Dude, I could get you one quick.
Talk to Shua. We'll see. Well, Bob, thank you so much for making the incredibly long journey here, and we're gonna cut this off now because I know you've got a 9-hour ride. Holy hell! Safe travels. Thank you for coming on. It's Bob, Mental Defectives Podcast. We'll see you next time. Peace. If you or someone you know is struggling with drugs or alcohol, contact the House of Hope today
at hofhope.org or call for a consultation.